But he doesn't, and I don't like it, and he's a bit scared to use it.
Present a fly. What does that mean? It means put the fly where the fish are. Put it there in a manner that you're going to get a bite. Now, when you start like that, it's like offering the right bait, rigged correctly, at the right place, at the right time. I think, geez, how the hell are we going to get that right? But, like for instance, let's say you're not going to take your mackerel on your pink kudu duster and go to veggies tomorrow morning. But you take that same bait to Mshloti in January and go off the drop-off, results are absolutely completely different. And that's what I'm talking about, putting the right bait at the right time. Now, first of all, shape. What that does is it like locks it into place like that. Then I come through the opposite way that I started. You come back through the eye. And then I use a plier just to pull it through. So if you pull it quite slowly, sometimes it can kink. So we don't really want a kinked wire. Okay, so I end up with that. So it's gone in, round, back through the other way. Okay. Then I basically wrap it up. And I don't use close. Okay, so basically I'm just going to tie at the top of this thing and run all the way up. I've tied a couple of other little bits and pieces in here. It shouldn't normally be a problem, you just pull them out. Put your fillet on like that. And you'll see that's going to run dead straight in the water. Right, I'm going to put this here. Guys, come and have a quick look. I'm going to wash my hands because we're going to do the next thing.
Brad, just a question on your fluorocarbon.
Yeah.
A meter?
Yeah, short, like that long. If you've got, you must push with a clear line or you must have a leader. But so I've been sitting trying to puzzle away to stop that from happening. And I was sitting with Barry the one day and he came up with a pretty sharp theory. Basically, bend the wire like you're going to do an Albright knot, just like back on itself, like that. Okay, take your hook. Go through the hook like that, so the hook's above this thing. When you come back, also this one, for locking a hook, opposite way, you go through like that. And now, I have the hook sitting up with the wire at the bottom. There's nowhere it can go. And tight twists at the top. And pass this thing around. It's also going to help when you're putting your bait on, the same type of thing. I've got a bigger lead hook. Whenever you're fishing with a live bait, only pin him through the top jaw. If you're fishing with a dead bait, go through both because you don't want his mouth to open. But with a live bait, either his top jaw or through his nose, because otherwise he's going to die. If you close his mouth, he drowns, which you wouldn't think a fish could drown, but that's exactly what happens to him.
Where do you put the other hooks for live bait?
I'll pin him on the back because that's normally that you're going to be holding him, and the last thing you want is one of those trebles in your finger. So I put them down his back. One thing with cooters, you always want one treble in the tail, right at the back, because all those toothy game fish, that's how he feeds. Even a shad, he'll come, he'll bite the tail off the fish, he'll turn around and take the rest. That's the way it works. He knows without a tail, the thing is history, it can't go anywhere. So that's where he's going to aim, the back half, every single time. You pull in your kudu bait, you hardly ever lose the head and come back with a tail. You lose that tail bit every single time. And that's basically why you need that right at the back. With your live baits, I pin him in the top, just because that's the easiest thing. It's hard to, I mean, with a bigger bait, if you've got towels on the boat and stuff, and you can close his eyes, and then you can pin him exactly where you want, that's fine. And also, on a live bait, if you can, put the treble in and out again, so that that same hook has got the barb in, because a mackerel especially, he vibrates, and he shakes that hook out, and then you get exactly the same problem. You get a bite, trebles are fine, because there's no hooks in the bait. So if you can, just go on his back. I normally go like in and out like that. Both those, so those two hooks aren't going anywhere, and you get a bite. You're going to hook it, man. Right, any questions so far? Sure not, you guys scared to ask, eh?
Brad, what about the colour of your hooks?
This thing's still quite frozen. That front hook will save your life often, so don't be scared to put a strong hook there.
Brad, a stupid question. What is a strong hook?
I use this VMC,
Yeah.
and I've never had them open. Mustard hoodlum is another one. Okay, you rig him like that. Those hooks sit nice and proud. As soon as you get a bite, and that goes in, it doesn't come out. Fish can straighten trebles, not very often, but they can. You're not going to straighten a hook like this. Okay. And it works basically exactly the same using trebles, except you don't have to go in and out like this is done. You just peg it in. Some guys put two